Morning peeps, good morning everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Addy and G-Man is up. Please go and give it a watch. I'll put the link up here somewhere. And the football channel is flying. Thank you to everyone that has recently subscribed. The link to that channel is in the description below. If you like your football, please go over and subscribe. All right, let's do this. Let's talk first. There are a few stories, but let's talk first about the undercard for Tyson Fury against Arslanbek Makhmudov that was announced a couple of days ago in full. Obviously, we found out that Conor Benn was going to fight Richard Riakporhe as a chief support a few days ago. We now, and I've got it right in front of me, have the full fight card. How many fights on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10's a lot. 10 is a lot. But there are, I think, some good matchups. I've seen a few people, as we do, like to moan, but I'm like, what are you moaning for? This is not pay-per-view. This is on Netflix. Everyone, let's be honest, everyone's got a Netflix account. So what I mean by that, I know you pay for Netflix, but it's kind of a free card to watch. Again, no one's asking for 30 quid, right? Where then you can sort of pick it apart and say, this isn't a pay-per-view card. It isn't that. So I do think it's a decent card. Like, I love Jimmy TKV versus Richard Riakporhe for the British heavyweight title. Still not sure about Richard. We are now sure about Jimmy TKV after that fight against Frazer Clarke. So he's proven himself at a good level. Richard, we're waiting to see. He's still, I think, building into the heavyweight division. He's a big guy, strong. Looks like he's kept his speed. Like, I like the way in which he's put on his weight. It's a bit muscular, so that you know, that might be a problem when it comes to like lactic acid and stuff. But you compare it to the way a Coley's blown up. There's a big difference. Like Richard Riakporhe, in his last fight, weighed against Tommy Welsh 236 pounds. Perfect. Perfect. Lawrence Coley, you guys know, in his last fight weighed 271 pounds. So a big difference. So yeah, look, I like this fight. I'm leaning towards TKV again, just because he's shown us that he can do it. But I wouldn't be shocked if Richard Riakporhe became British heavyweight champion, but that's a good fight. Justis Huni versus Frazer Clarke is interesting. This is a tough fight for Frazer Clarke to come back to. Obviously, Frazer Clarke hasn't fought since the TKV fight. And we saw how physically tough that fight was for him. I thought he might take longer out of the ring, or at least come back against a lesser type opponent. Remember, it's not just coming off a big defeat. It's now with a new trainer. He's now with Joe Gallagher. So I thought they might want to test the waters against someone maybe on the back nine, to use a golf term. They've gone in with Justis Huni, and look, Justis Huni's good. Like, I was actually thinking in my head of a perfect matchup for Moses the Townman. It was Justis Huni. Justis Huni was easily outboxing Fabio Wardley before he got cracked, but he can box, and Fraser can't crack like Fabio Wardley. Obviously, he's a big guy, he can still hit, but nothing like Fabio. So if you're Justis Huni, you're probably thinking this is a boxing match, and he might just be the better boxer. Fraser's a very good boxer. Let's not forget Fraser's amateur pedigree, but Fraser's got a lot more wear and tear now, and Justis doesn't have that. So yeah, this is, look, if it's an offer that comes across the table, you've got to take it. Like, Fraser's still with Ben Shalom, right? If it comes through to Ben and you look at it, you've got to take it. It's a big fight. It's a big platform. It's a big card. Probably good money as well, but it's a risky one. You almost feel like if he loses, and he loses badly, what next? What next for Fraser? For Justis Huni, it's a big fight as well. I mean, again, you're putting yourself out there. You want to be over here right now. The heavyweight division over here is dominating the world, right? So you want to be over here, show what you've got. And like I said, if he wins, and Moses wins in March 28th against Jermaine Franklin, that's a good fight. It's a good fight. I don't know who I'm leaning. I think I'm leaning just to Justis Huni, but I still have a lot of faith that Frazer Clarke can do something. All right, Conor Benn versus Regis Prograis. We've spoken about. I mean, still wild, very wild. I guess I'm not that mad about the fight being 150 because I knew that Conor wasn't going to go 160 to 147. I actually thought he might even try and go a bit higher than 150. Conor Benn has put on muscle to get to 160. It's not fat. It takes a while to kind of get that off you and be comfortable with that off you. So it's going to be interesting to see how he physically feels after a few rounds with Regis, if Regis takes him a few rounds. What I am obviously, and what everyone's upset about, is that if you are going to get a guy to fight at 150, why not just get a 147 guy to fight at 150? Why get a 140 37-year-old? I think that's what people are upset about. But don't be surprised if Regis causes Conor some problems. Like, Regis might be the better boxer of the two. What else we got in there? Felix Cash is back against Liam O'Hare. Has Felix Cash not fought since Tyler Denny? Have I got that right? Yes. Jesus Christ. A long time ago. Felix Cash, by the time his fight rolls round, would have been out of the ring for 22 months. Less of that I talk about. Troy Williamson, who looked like he was going to go straight back into a rematch with Callum Simpson. I mean, that's what he was upset about. That's what everyone seemed to be upset about. He's now taking on a guy called Simon Zackenhuber, who's 28-0, unbeaten. But I guess if you look at the record, don't really know anyone he's fought. Doesn't mean he's not good. 28-0, 17 knockouts, young, southpaw, a bit of a lump. Could be an issue. Really a career super middleweight. Had one fight in his pro debut at 160. Since then, he's been at super middle all the time. So he's clearly the naturally bigger of the two. So this might be a bit of an issue for Troy Williamson, but it is what it is. So look, scores on the doors there. I'm not mad at it. A solid 7 out of 10. Solid 7 out of 10. I'm not mad at it. Again, main event should be a fun one. Sorry to interrupt the video, but this is very important. If you're one of these people that watch the channel and don't hit that subscribe button, or forgot to hit that subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button. I am trying to get to 200,000 subscribers, and I need you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. All right, back to the video. What else is there to talk about today? 2 seconds, people. I did see, okay, this is confirmed. Sam Eggington and Conor Walker agreed terms for British Humdinger. Yeah. You know what I like about this? Sam Eggington basically reached out to Sam Jones and Conor Walker via Twitter. Obviously, I think everyone knows the issue Conor Walker's having in terms of finding an opponent. And Sam Eggington was like, I'll fight him. And all of a sudden, for that region of England, it's a big fight. These two will kick the shit out of each other. But Conor Walker is clearly the fresher of the two by some distance. So it will be a fun, almost prize fighter-like 3-4 round scrap. And then Sam Eggington, I think, will feel the pace. And he doesn't hit hard, but he hits respectably, doesn't he? Is that a word? But you know what I mean. Conor Walker doesn't really carry that one punch sort of KO power, but you know you've been hurt when he hits you. So I just feel like eventually he's going to wear Eggington down and get the job done. Another extension granted as Dimitri Bivol and Michael Eifert talks drag on. A fight no one wants to see. Like, can someone tell me what the fuck happened to Bivol Beterbiev 3? I thought that was pretty much done. Like, and then Bivol got injured. Then Beterbiev was supposed to have a fight. He got injured. Like, why have we not revisited that? Like, why is no one talking about it? Does no one want to put it on? There was a lot of talk about that fight happening in Russia. I think Turkey mentioned it as well. It's almost weird how that's just vanished. And we're not even hearing about a Beterbiev fight. Like, can they just fight? Can Benavidez Zerdo fight? Can Opatai fight Brandon Glanton this weekend? And then we can kind of, you know, mix and match all of them. Can that just happen, please? But yeah, I haven't got much interest in seeing Bivol at this stage of his career take on Michael Eifert. At this stage of his career, Bivol must be 35. How old is the great Dimitri Bivol? 35. 35, coming back from injury. I just want to see you in big fights, dude. That's all I want at this stage of your career. All right. What else is there? Very quickly, I did see the back and forth between Josh Kelly and Xander Zayas. I don't think that's going to happen next. I do think we are going to see Virgil Ortiz versus Xander Zayas, which is an enormous fight. MSG will fill it up. Puerto Rican versus Mexico. But it'd be interesting to see what Josh Kelly does do. He's now an IBF champion. Now, unfortunately, he's gone from the hunter to the hunted. People want that belt. People want that chance to fight him. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. All right, guys, girls.